Welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Cheryl Tan, the creator of the Video Bootcamp, and I'm thrilled to introduce you to one of my students, Jason Lavarias. He is the general manager at iFly Virginia Beach. Jason, thanks so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me today. I'm excited about this whole process, for one, and I'm excited about all the progress that I've made from day one.
You have been a phenomenal student, and I want to talk about first why you joined the Video Bootcamp, why you thought this was something that you wanted to spend some time and effort on.
Great question. And I started flying drones most recently, and there was a gap in some of the information that I was looking for. In other words, for new drone pilots, there's a gap, and I couldn't find some of that stuff. And I thought maybe some that should be out there. And so I've done some, I guess, home movies with drones already, with me doing some tree climbing stuff and my son flying the drone. And I wanted to create some content for some of those new people that had the same questions I did and that couldn't find it. And so I signed up for that. I think it was a 3-day class initially. And then it turned into, hey, signing up for that boot camp, which unfortunately I didn't do all the homework, but it's at everybody's own pace that has given me the ability to take it to next step further. And Cheryl, I just bought a video editing computer. So I told my son to order it, just order the parts, put it together, and finish it this weekend. And there'll be a video on that at some point.
I cannot wait to see it. So you had never created videos for yourself until you did it for the Video Bootcamp. Am I right about that?
100% correct. I didn't like the camera. I didn't like being on video. I stayed away from it. Whenever they wanted me to, hey, can you do this? It's like, let the younger people that look better than me do it, kind of thing. So I never really participated or wanted to even be on camera. Part of that was, I think, from just my Navy background and just trying to say, be a Mr. Secret Squirrel or something like that, I guess, So yeah.
We all love your videos. You post them in our Facebook group and people comment and they can tell the difference in how you feel when you show up. How did the Video Bootcamp help you do that?
Just by having those assignments that were a little bit here and there, just 1 minute or 2 minutes long. We saw how you could see the progression. I think all my homework's on my YouTube channel, actually. And so it progressed from, all right, look at this boring dude, to, let's take it a step further, to me figure out how to do color. And it's like, hey, this actually feels good to me. I enjoyed the whole process of learning how to do the video editing and putting it all together and splicing it and, doing all that fun stuff. And for me, it's still just a hobby, although, there are some other things that I'm going to apply to work here at iFly. Like, I want to create a commercial for iFly where I want to create something where, for my drone videos, this video is sponsored by iFly Virginia Beach. Why don't you go ahead and put your controller down and drone down and experience what the drone is experiencing flying by coming in to fly in our vertical wind tunnel and fan to that. Who knows what else.
I love what you said, because you've already just explained kind of the future. Now that you know the skills, you're going to turn it into something for your drone hobby, maybe your career at iFly, your job, but you're kind of seeing yourself in a different way, aren't you? Like you're a different public person, maybe. Is that the best way to put it? I'm not really sure.
I think so. Because I was always a very private person. Like I said, I didn't want to be on camera. Didn't want to be on any of that. Well, yeah, yes and no. But it never dawned on me that I would make my own videos at the level that I'm at right now, and the level that I want to take it to. As funny as that sounds, and for me, it's still just a hobby. And I've seen a bunch of these videos. I'll make millions of dollars and this and that. And you know what? Last thing I want to do is turn a hobby into a business, because I'm enjoying this right now. And I've learned that turning hobbies into business can, take the fun out of it all. And as far as I'm concerned, as long as I'm having fun, I'm going to keep doing it and just take it to the next level and to infinity and beyond.
Exactly.
We'll see.
And I love that you love it. And I think that's the one thing I want people to know is once you start to like it and then you start to love it, people who are watching can feel that. I can tell you love it. Like I can tell that you're excited about what you're talking about. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about what it is that you talk about in your videos. What I wanted to do in our session today is go inside your YouTube channel because you've been posting on YouTube from the very beginning. You've been very public with your homework of you on camera, which I have absolutely adored. But now we want to be a little bit more focused because you've gotten some views, you've gotten some interest in your channel. I just wanted the opportunity to take a little bit of time to see your channel with you, to give you just a few pointers, not all of the things that you can do, but just some of the things that can help you look at your channel a little bit differently so you can focus it so people who want more of this content will find it. So I've given you the power to share here on Zoom. Go ahead and share your screen. Just share the YouTube channel first, and then we'll take a look at it.
So share screen, and where would it be here? Maybe it's this. I gotta pull it up on the screen too.
Yep.
So all right, there's screen 2 here. Find this. This here. Do you see a Google page now?
I
actually being shared or
no. So if you click on
share.
There it is. Perfect. So now, yep, you should be able to go to your YouTube channel.
Channel.
Awesome. Okay. So explain to me, first of all, what you're trying to do with your channel. Like, explain to me what's happening with your channel and tell me who you think is going to jump on this channel and want to keep watching.
So great question, because I don't really have a clear direction on where I want to go with it yet, other than posting. It's Jason Lavarias. This is my vlog or whatever. It's a vlog, right? Vlogging.
Yep.
It's a place for me to just, I guess, post to post ideas and what I've got going on, and I kind of like to do it in a way of telling a story. Like I did with my first, that one video where I put the drone in the water.
Yeah.
You know,
I love it.
I got all mad. I'm looking at the camera. And by the time I got back on camera again and was looking for it, I actually had quit looking for it because it's been 20 minutes and I couldn't find it anywhere. But
frustrating.
I've got my son's wrestling stuff on here, and now that he's a senior in high school, he's getting looked at for college recruiting, and so hey, if you Google Jason Lavarias, then it'll come up to his videos, wins and losses, of course, because you got to show both sides, I guess, right?
Yeah, that's great. Okay, let me.
A lot of drone stuff is what I'm looking at right now. So, but yeah,
let me help you. And we all struggle with this. Like, we want to put everything out there, and sometimes, especially with YouTube channels and YouTube in particular, because YouTube wants to show your stuff to people, because if it does, then a viewer will stay on YouTube longer. So sometimes if we put a lot of different topics in a channel, we're going to end up confusing YouTube. And when we confuse YouTube, it doesn't serve your video to the people who need to see it. So I want you to click on videos. So click on videos right there and go, you see on the bottom, on the right, it says sort by. Click on that and click on most popular.
Okay.
So scroll down just a little bit and you'll see these are the videos clearly that are the most popular on your channel. And you can do that with any channel that you're interested in looking up more information on. But go to the top left. Okay, so you can see the most popular channel is one of your drone videos, and it has, is it 3.6, 3.5?
Yes, 3.6
thousand views. That's pretty good. And I mean, I think that is a clear runaway hit. If you take a look at the subscribers that you have, right? How many subscribers right now? 57,
yes.
Which no problem, right? And you look at the views on your most popular video, that's what you call a runaway hit. It means YouTube is sharing this video, serving it up. It's just, you know how when you're on YouTube and you see videos on the side,
Right.
sometimes when you go to the main YouTube page, YouTube will share other videos. You're one of those videos related to that topic. But keep scrolling down on this page. So, you know, you can see right here, the YouTube, your drone videos are doing pretty well. And then if you keep going down, and of course you've got videos, you've actually got a lot of views for there's not a whole lot of quote subscribers,
Right.
but your son's wrestling is doing pretty well, honestly.
What I think that is for one, when he goes to tournaments, right? His name's on the bracket, so of course the opponents are gonna look up his name to see what kind of videos are out there, and so they're doing reconnaissance on him to see what his weaknesses are and strengths are to stay away from, kind of thing.
That's actually a pretty smart thing. Do you want to give them that leverage? Is that
he's you know what? Yes, because he's gotten to the point where let's see how good I really am. You know,
that's interesting.
He's got his eye on a state championship. You know, and so
wow,
winning states this year, Dad. All
Jason,
right,
that's amazing.
So,
well, what I would suggest is we are confusing YouTube a little bit. Now, his name is so cool, Severin Lavarias,
yes.
And it is clearly when somebody Googles it, these videos come up. If you have the opportunity to open up another channel just for him, you may consider that, just because this is probably not the direction that you want your channel to go. Okay. At the very least, maybe you make it its own playlist. Now, just at the very least, I would, if you put it in another channel, you will have to delete it from this one. You cannot have the same 2 videos on 2 different channels.
Check.
You can't do that.
Okay. I did create a playlist for that, but I guess it's still confusing to
click on playlist. Here, we can help you with that. So what you can do is see those playlists, right? They are here, you've created them, but now click on customize channel and you'll be able to put the playlists in the order that you want them to be in. So, so click on, see where it says add section in the middle of the screen. Click add section. And then you can go to single playlist. And then pick whatever playlist. So Severin Wrestling could be one of them. And you can move them around. So you can move them around like the first one is, the first one is drones. The second one is iFly. The third one is Severin. So when people land on your homepage, they won't be as confused. They'll be like, oh, okay, I got it. And we'll at least, even though it's a little bit different, right? You've got iFly, you've got drones, you've got Severin Wrestling. Those are 3 really different things.
Right.
When people come on the homepage, they understand they're different playlists.
I see.
So does that make sense?
We need to do it like this, and then let's just try that real quick.
Yep.
This one, and then single, and then Severin.
Exactly. And click publish on the top right.
Publish. And
then click on view channel so you can see what that looks like. So now when people hop on your channel, you can see, oh, drones. And there are a couple things that we want to do to change just the wording a little bit, but keep going down. iFly Virginia Beach, and then Severin Wrestling. At least it's more, a little cohesive, right? At least you're like, oh, okay, this is different, but at least I know what I'm looking at. And you can be as descriptive as you want in the playlist description. So you could say something like under Severin Wrestling, you can be like, look, opponents, this is who you need to beat, or whatever. Whatever you want to say about your son and his talent on the wrestling mat. Okay, go back up to the top real quick.
Okay.
So I want a little more clarity about, first of all, the JLav. Like, is that clearly that's a nickname?
Yeah, that's what they call me here, if you will, and as funny as it sounds, it was just me being incognito as a little bit in YouTube, but I mean, look at it says Jason Lavarias clearly in my what is it called, thumbnail? Yeah,
on your thumbnail. So my suggestion is you do whatever feels right for you. If you decide that this is a vlog, then I would say Jason Lavarias's vlog. Actually, I probably wouldn't even use the word vlog. I would just call it Jason Lavarias. And then maybe you put, you've seen like people describe themselves in certain ways, right? Like they can call themselves entrepreneur, author, blogger, podcaster. You can call yourself, Jason Lavarias. Because see, the reason J Lav, I know you, but that doesn't spell Jason to me, right? I wouldn't call you Jason. I would be a little confused, right? So if you call yourself Jason Lavarias and then maybe put a dash and put drone lover, indoor skydiver, dad. I mean, at least it is something that helps whoever is on your channel understand who you are.
Okay.
In the future, yeah, I mean, in the future, this is just a suggestion. In the future, I would just stick to one. Like I would make it in the future, as you decide to grow the channel into something really big, my suggestion, looking at your most popular videos, is I would keep it to the drones, and I would name it and have everything related to your drones and take everything else off.
Okay.
That's just my opinion. And that's just looking very early at your numbers. And if you decide to do that, then your channel header would be so much easier to say something drone related in that channel header, like weekly videos with drone related reviews or whatever it is. I think, are they planes that you are?
Oh, they're like mini quadcopters, they call them also, because it's got 4 propellers on it,
But so you're doing reviews on different drones, aren't you? Isn't that what you're doing?
Okay. I mean, let's see. This one, it was homework. This one, I crashed in the water, so I did a video on that. No. It was something was broken, so I was just doing a video on what I did to troubleshoot it.
Okay.
This one was the one that I crashed in the water. That's my real first one.
Yeah.
And this newest one, I crashed that in the water too, which is what I wanted to put up there as well. I know I got a problem.
You do have a problem, but it's a good problem to have. Is maybe your videos are all focused on test drives, drone test drives. So maybe on your YouTube header, you'll say something like weekly drone test drives. Look for the video weekly drone test drives, new videos every Tuesday or something. So new videos monthly, so that your channel subscribers and the people who come across your channel understand what they're going to get. Right now, they don't really know. And I think you don't know. It's fine. Like, it's totally fine. But just in the future, if you decide to take out iFly and take out your son's wrestling videos and you say, okay, I'm going to go all in on a drone vlog. Here's how I'm going to change my my channel header to help my viewers understand that I'm going to do drone test flights every Tuesday or whatever you decide. Right. So in which case, then if you scroll up just a little bit, you would change that I Fly Virginia Beach to, your website or to something else tied to your drones. Maybe it's your Instagram page or your Facebook page where you talk about drones.
I don't even know how that got there.
I can show you how it got there.
I don't know what that is, but okay, yeah. It takes you to the landing page.
It takes you to the landing page. You must have put it in there. So if you go to customize channel, once again, if you click on that, and you go to basic info, do you see basic info right there? And you keep going down just a little bit. Those are the links.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those are the links. So it's good. It's really good. What I wanted to do next, is this helpful, by the way, Jason?
Oh yeah, for sure. This is
Let's go. This is one other thing that I love. I'm going to have you go into the analytics of your YouTube channel. So click on the top right, click on the picture. Do you see that? Yes. And click on YouTube Studio. And this gives you an idea. Look at that. You've got 5,000 views. Do you see that new achievement right there? That's excellent. Okay.
All right.
So your latest video, take a look. See, this latest video you can see is ranking 1 of 10. So this is the one that when did you release it?
Saturday.
Okay,
Friday.
Saturday. And you've got an 8.7% click through. So what that means is people see your thumbnail and that click-through rate is like depending on, of course, how many impressions that you've been given. That's a YouTube thing. 8.7% of those people have clicked through and pressed play, which typically it's like 3%. So 8.7 is actually very, very good. Okay, so let's go to analytics on the left. Let's go to the analytics tab on the left. Click on analytics. And so your channel got 4,500 views in the last 28 days. Wow. Keep going down if you don't mind. Scroll down just a little bit. You can see your top content. And the first one is drone related, right? This is just in the last 28 days. Is the top 3 or the top 4 all? Wait, they're all drone related, aren't they?
Yes.
The top 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, the top 5 are drone related. And you can see, do you see the percentages of the 21%? That's the percentage of your video that the people viewed. Now, the higher, the better, of course. So if you're looking at this one right here, the DJI PPV, that is excellent. Almost 43%. They've gone through almost 43% of your video. And that video is pretty long, isn't it?
This one, no, this one's like 2 minutes.
Oh, okay. That's pretty good though. So if you really think about it, I know one of the videos that you've gotten, one of the videos that you put together that has a lot of views is like 20 minutes long, right?
Yeah, it's like
Which one is that one?
18, yeah.
Which one is that one?
This one.
That's still not bad. So they've gotten through to 4 minutes, 21% of the video. Clearly, the higher, the better. But the longer your video, the better it has to be for them to stay throughout the entire video. And knowing that, it might help you say things quicker in the beginning. Maybe it will help you think about how you can keep them to the end of your video content. Right?
Right.
Okay. So go to the top, and go to content. And scroll down just a little bit. And so you can see video by video. This video right here, do you see 3 questions?
Yes.
Keep scrolling down just a little bit. Scroll down because you can see here. Do you see that graph right with the purple right there? That graph? Okay. Scroll up just a touch. Scroll up just a touch. Like YouTube is telling you this part right here in the purple part.
This one?
Yes.
Right here. Yep.
That, whatever that section is, and you can press play right now if you wanted to hear it.
Welcome to the I-5 Virginia Beach team.
So all the way to the end of that purple part, YouTube says that's compelling.
Oh, all the way to here.
Whatever you did, keep it up because they're telling you, scroll up just a little bit. You can sort of see, scroll up just a touch, a little bit more, a little bit more.
Here?
It's like a top moment. Do you see that right there? It says top moment. Do you see, go down just a little bit. It's above the video clip.
Oh,
right.
top moment. Okay.
Yeah. So it'll sort of click on spikes, So you can see anytime there's a bump, that means that your people have watched a little bit more. Like maybe they went back or they watched it again, or I don't know what they did, but they like sat up and took notice. Like all their algorithms, YouTube's algorithms are here sort of analyzing your stuff for them to take a look at. It's like amazing. Wow. All right, go to the top left just a little bit. I want to click on one of the other videos. Click on the DJI video. Do you see it's in the middle of your screen on the left? Oops, go back.
Where was it again?
It's okay. Click on that one right there. The DJ, that one. Click on that one. Oops. hold on. Let me,
Oh, it went up.
yep. Okay. Keep going down. Keep going down. Right there. All right. Keep going. Scroll down just a little bit. So do you see there are 2 spikes, right? So click on the 2 spikes, click on that, and it'll tell you where they think your audience is interested. So if you press play right now, that's before the first spike.
Right.
So you can see, and I know I've said this to you before, like you need to do more of this like aerial video because it's gorgeous and your people love it. And so now YouTube is telling you this as well. What if you did, just as an experiment, did a video where this was the first piece? Because now YouTube is telling you, oh, and this right here, right, the falling, right? Is this where you crashed? What
That's
if
when I
you
crashed.
Yeah, what if you took that piece of video and put it at the beginning? Press play again. Press play again, because we're going to go to the second spike in just a little bit. So go to the second spike, or right before the second spike. And is that another crash?
Well, this is where.
Yeah, it looks like another crash.
Oh, it's about to, yeah.
Somewhere that, I mean, maybe your channel, because it seems like you do crash a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Maybe you have the weekly crash of the week or the crash of the week. I don't know, but somewhere the numbers and the analytics are telling you something.
Okay.
And all you need to do is sort of read the tea leaves, if you will, and figure out, maybe I need to do a video on the crashes, or, you know, maybe, you know, your next video is what I've learned from crashing 20 drones. And then just start the video with the crashes. Start it, and then, you know, go into the meat of your video after that. But start your video on the crashes, because it's pretty telling, right?
Right. People love chaos.
Yeah, so good. Okay, click on, we're going to do 2 more tabs.
Okay.
Click on engagement at the top. You see on the top, click on engagement. So you can see pretty good, right? They're pretty engaged. Scroll down just a bit. This is another one, you know, audience retention, kind of like, what are they interested in? And you can see, scroll down just a little bit. Right here in the middle, which you found we just looked at. It's just sort of another thing telling you, oh yeah, we missed it, that this is where your people are interested in. And you can see, do you see that at the beginning? Do you see in the beginning where it takes a dive from 101% to in the first minute or so, it goes down to, what is that? It goes down to 40.
Right.
You know, something in the beginning maybe could be improved potentially for your next video.
Right.
Not for this one, but for your next video, to keep, because people are at 100% like engaged in the first 2 seconds. How do we keep them? How do we keep them? What do you need to do? Maybe you show some crash landing video.
Okay.
Maybe, I mean, and then check back and take a look at the analytics. And then finally, let's click on the audience when you get a minute.
Okay.
And keep going down. So you've got 100% male. Is that a surprise? Probably not. But your audience is mostly in the US, not subscribed, right? Between most of them, almost 40% are 45 plus years old. That's interesting. So knowing that, you know, maybe you create content for the age that, and, you know, instead of maybe trying to go for the teenagers, unless you want them, maybe you can speak to maybe the dad, maybe the executive, maybe this kind of person who wants to be a hobbyist with a drone, but you know that they maybe have a job and maybe they have more income because they're not 18 or they're not 14.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Makes sense. Yes.
it just helps you sort of think about the content you create. I think too, it helps because you can put that person in your mind's eye as you are speaking. So you're not speaking to someone your son's age. I mean, you could be, but you don't have to be. You know that already on your channel, you've got almost 40% of people on your channel are in that middle age range, which is okay, right? The middle age range. That's not a bad word like it used to be. And so they're going to have different needs, right? They don't have the money issues like somebody in their teens would, but they don't have as much time. So maybe you get your stuff done faster because they don't have, I don't know. I mean, I don't know the answer, but I mean, it just kind of makes you think about it. So, tell me, what is your takeaway from that quick little look at your YouTube channel? What's your main takeaways?
Number one is just focusing the channel so that it's, in order to get more views, if that makes sense.
I mean, your engagement is really good on your drone videos. People are commenting and you're commenting back, and that's excellent. So yeah, I mean, maybe more views if that's what you want. Maybe it's more subscribers. I know you're testing it out. At some point in the future, you might decide that you want 100% you want views. And I mean, you know that. Like maybe at some point you're like, okay, I want views, I want subscribers. Because until you hit 100, you're not gonna be able to customize your channel name. So you have to get 100 subscribers in order to be able to have youtube.com/Jason Lavarias. For example, like my YouTube is youtube.com/Cheryl Tan, because I was able to customize the name after I got 100 subscribers. So you need to do that first in order to be able to customize it. But maybe you don't know just yet. Like if you get 100 subscribers and you decide to go all in on the drones, maybe you call it Jason Lavarias Drone Channel or something, drone, whatever. I'm not sure, but okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. What are your other takeaways?
It's interesting. This, I guess, my audience is that like these, I guess, people that are my age. It's almost like I'm relating to them, or they can relate to me. Like, hey, what is this? What is this guy got going on? Also, kind of thing, And
that's cool.
Dad jokes tell dad jokes to dads all the time, right? Other kids don't get it. It's like, oh my god, another dad joke, right?
So maybe you actually go into that. Like maybe you tap into that. If there are other dads on there, bring on the dad jokes, because they're gonna get it if they're not already sharing them with people they know.
Right.
Okay, what else? What else are you taking away from this?
Let's see here. This piece here that's 100% males that are watching.
I've never seen that, by the way. Yeah, I've never seen that. Okay, that's so interesting.
Well, I guess for this particular drone, because I mean, my wife has no care in the world to even try to fly the drone. It's like she tells me to go outside and play because I'm not allowed to play with it inside.
Yeah, no. I agree with her.
No, right?
So what will you do? What are the top 3 things you'll do with what you've learned with us this afternoon?
I think I want to try to, I guess, focus and maybe move those wrestling videos into a separate channel. It sounds like it makes sense. My initial thoughts when I first started doing it, for one, was just, hey, putting it someplace.
Of course.
And that's where I had it for the past couple of years. And before I used Severin's full name on it, was just primarily, the videos weren't public. They were all unlisted. It was just for,
oh yeah, you know what, you can still unlist them. You can still make them unlisted. I mean, that's fine too. You can just leave them there and make them unlisted and give you can give the link to recruiters and stuff that way. If you can actually, if you make the playlist unlisted and make the videos unlisted, then if you give them the playlist, then they can see it. So that makes it for people who are only in the need to know category.
Now, part of the reason why I went from unlisted to published was because, of course, now that I'm on YouTube, I'm watching other YouTube videos, and it's like, oh yeah, you got to get views and time watched in order to monetize it. And I was like, my brother had a video that he said he was making like $500 a month or something like that.
Cool. That's awesome.
Before, until he got a copyright ding on it or something, so they had him take it down because he was using music from.
Oh yeah, you can't do that.
You know,
Yeah.
But he had it up for like 5 years.
Yeah.
Because before he got caught,
Yeah.
But and I was like, all right, so that's kind of why I made all those videos unlisted. They were there, and I mean, as a result of that, people have started watching some of his videos. And once wrestling season starts, I know it's just gonna bring in more attention. So, or at least more views and watch time, because they want to see the full 6 minutes of the match and see where he.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, again, just kind of back to the whole confusion. Are you a wrestling channel? Are you a drone channel? Do you work for iFly?
Right.
And there's no right or wrong. It's just what you determine will make the most sense for what you want to accomplish. I mean, I think it's amazing that you have them. And I think it's amazing that you're using YouTube to get your son's name out there. And yeah, more power to you. So just knowing that, it's kind of like something to think about. It's just something to think about. Yeah.
No,
as
for
the
sure.
season starts. Yeah.
And maybe I'll do that once maybe I'll break them out once I've gotten all the notoriety, so to speak, where I can break it out without losing the watch time or hours. Because once you pull it off, right, you lose.
Yeah, you're gonna lose them. You are definitely gonna lose them unless you make them unlisted. You're gonna lose them because you just are. Like if you pull them off and put them on another channel, you're gonna lose the views.
Right. And by that point, it may not even matter at that point by virtue of he's already gotten accepted into college also, right? So
yeah, I mean, maybe just wait it out and leave it on your channel and just kind of be okay with a little bit of confusion. And then when he graduates, then you're like, okay, Severin, we're cutting you off. And then, take him off. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, no, for sure. And, I mean, I know the next video that I'm planning to make, it's in regards to that crash, because there are some things I found in there that when I ran out there in a panic looking for it, because I couldn't find it for 20 minutes. It's like there's a video inside the goggles. So I could have used that video.
Yeah.
Go and look for it,
Yeah.
And so hitting it off with that crash is, hey, so if you lost your video, this is how you look for it in the goggles. Because it actually records the last 30 seconds of your flights as an emergency backup.
Oh, that's so fun. That'll be a fun video. Okay, you can stop your share.
Okay.
Was this helpful, Jason?
Yes, very helpful. It's a different perspective on of YouTube, and just digging into what some of these things mean. I mean, it's all information at the end of the day. For one,
Yeah.
I clicked around on it, but I never really paid attention to what these analytics mean, just because I guess because I'm not in this space, right? Is again, I mean, what did I say? I said something earlier in the video bootcamp that I didn't care about something. I'm just saying, I'm doing it for fun,
Yeah. Yeah.
And do I want to monetize it? Do I want to turn it into a business? I mean, I really don't want to manage people. I enjoy the video editing, because I do it for myself. I'm not doing it for anybody else, or I'm doing it for the people that want to watch. But yeah, it's on my time.
I think, and I've said this when I speak to people is, at this point, I think we're all creators, and this is your way to create content that you resonate with. And, when I mean we're all creators, I mean, we're creating social media posts, we're creating text messages, we're creating books, we're creating presentations. And this is your way of creating something that you're sharing with the world. It's powerful. And the sooner you kind of step into it, the more comfortable you're going to be, and the better the content will be. And I think that's kind of where you are. And I don't think it has to be anything more than that until you get to that next level of wanting to monetize. Maybe you're trying to get sponsors. Maybe you'll do affiliate deals. I mean, there's a lot of options for you. And whatever it is, it starts it starts right now, and you're doing it. And I applaud you. I think it's wonderful. And I put a note in the Facebook group for the video boot camp, whether people wanted to focus a little bit more on YouTube in the next round that starts at the end of October. I don't know. What do you think about that? I was thinking about maybe focusing a little bit more on YouTube because it is so powerful. It can be a repository for some amazing content that connects to your particular expertise. So what do you think about YouTube, kind of focusing a little bit more on YouTube in the next round?
Right. I voted for YouTube, which brought it from 66% to 75%, if I recall. And
okay. So we'll see. I'm still waiting. The vote is in. And if anybody here is interested in chiming in, let me know. The last question I would have for you is, what would you say to somebody about the video boot camp? How would you recommend it to somebody?
Oh, well, I've recommended it to the entire team here because if you don't like doing it, but you think you want to do video, that is, then try it out. You don't even have to do all the homework, but you're going to learn something. And there's a lot of information that one can get, but if you can take one thing and apply it, then it's a win, and for all the classes that I've been to, and I know that I've taken at least one lesson from that one class that has 3 different, lessons in it, and applied it to what I'm doing right now. So, I mean, just this session alone, I'm going to start off that next video with that drone in the water crash, so
people will stick around. They're not going to leave. They won't leave after 30 seconds.
Oh yeah, no, but the talking head, that's where another talking head. So
yeah, sometimes, yeah, for sure.
With the video, like in the last video that I made, where I've got it, I'm talking in a circle.
Yep. Yeah.
Which was neat.
It's really neat. And I like how you're experimenting and doing different things. I can't wait to see your videos. I can't wait to see them in the next round of the boot camp. Jason, thank you so much for talking with me, for sharing all of the numbers behind the scenes of your YouTube channel and helping us share this with other people. Thank you so much.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Cheryl.